We'll start with a couple of pop quiz. Don't worry, it's an open book test. Please find the word affinity from our chanting booklet. Affinity. Which page? Where? Page 4. Where? Candace.
All together, share, true.
Good. Everybody found it? Now, second question. How do we say affinity in Korean? It's on the same page. You can guess, you can pick any word. Yi-Nyon. Yi-Nyon. 성불재중 Yi-Nyon이. So that line, Yi-Nyon, that's affinity. So that's today's Dharma topic. I would like you to keep that in mind. This spring, I heard lots of compliments and expressions of awe from visitors about the beautiful blossoms of the clematis flowers in front of the temple. I enjoy seeing these flowers and see them at least 4 times a day on my way in and out of the Dharma hall. These flowers remind me of a story of how they ended up settling in our temple ground. 4 years ago, I visited the Kadampa Tibetan temple in Raleigh to listen a guest speaker's teaching. On my way out from the temple, I saw beautiful climbing flowers. I felt those flowers were just perfect for welcoming people to the temple. I took a picture and kept it for a while, hoping to find that plant one day. A year later, Kathleen finally found the plant for us, and her neighbor friend came by and planted it. Under the hard clay dirt, the first year, the plants struggled, but I kept nurturing them with fertilizer and water. Also, our garden fairy, Candace, brought nice lettuce to support the climbing nature of that flower. Then, as of this year, they are totally in bloom, flourishing even more than those in the Kadampa Center. So our new temple slogan is, "Come to the one temple. We have a better clematis flowers than the Kadampa Center." If I did not visit the Kadampa Center, I would not have encountered those flowers. My affinity towards them created within me an intention to one day have them at our temple as well. By holding on to this intention, I attracted the assistance of fellow beings who helped turn my intention into a reality. So, without the condition of the Kadampa Center, without the condition of the season in which I visited, without the condition of that specific time and place, without the first seed of my thought to share the beauty, without the assistance of fellow beings, the clematis flowers would not exist in our temple ground today. Our life journey is being shaped by this affinity. We are attracted, we develop desire and hope, we strive to create the condition to manifest the wish and we live to see the outcome of the blossom. As soon as you enter our temple driveway, you may also see knockout roses. Once passing by the entrance to a neighborhood, a cluster of roses attracted my eyes, and I felt great admiration. I learned that they were called knockout roses because we can be knocked out by the beauty. Years after their planting, finally this year, I felt knocked out by their beauty. The color is rich, the fragrance is amazing, and the dropped petals after the stormy rain covered the ground in a beautiful hue. Each plant and its location in our temple garden has its own story, just like the story of how we first encountered and developed our human relationships. Whenever we find ourselves attracted to something or somebody, a desire forms, and we begin to plant and nurture the karmic seed. So this is called affinity, or karmic affinity. With the lush and vibrant growth in the temple garden this year, some creatures such as carpenter bees and wasps have become more active than in previous years. Jeff said that trying to keep those bees away from the temple buildings is fighting a losing battle. Nate have been kindly filling the holes that the carpenter bees have drilled. Then Nate ordered a net, started catching bees, and gave the bees a long ride to their new home far, far away. Our own karmic affinities create attraction towards certain objects and aversion towards others. Although we may not always have the power to change our external conditions, we always have the choice to decide how to react to them. Affinity in Korean is called, again, Yi-Nyon. Yi-Nyon. This word Yi-Nyon is often used in daily conversation to mean all kinds of relationships in causal law. In Chinese characters, this literally means seed, or cause, seed or cause. Yon means connection, or condition. So when you look at this part means thread. This part means family. Yi-Nyon. If the seed in is the direct cause, the conditions can be viewed as indirect external causes. But you will see here, without cause, without seed, condition will not do anything. Without condition, the cause cannot manifest. Is clear? In Buddhism, it is believed that all things arise and cease from this Yi-Nyon, cause and condition. When there is Yi-Nyon, cause and condition, as a package, what do we have? That's affinity. We end up having what?
Tree.
Blossoms, fruits, outcome, result, consequence. When there is Yi-Nyon as a package, always outcome is being created. When there is any consequences or fruit in our life journey, nothing is accidental. There are for sure and always causes and conditions that have brought about the results. You may not be able to see or recognize, but always there is cause. When you are sick, doctors may not tell, I don't know why you are sick, but there is always cause somewhere. And there is condition how you created the outcome of being sick. Human beings are known to be more perceptive than plants and animals because we have insight and the willpower to change the conditions of our Yi-Nyon. It would be ideal if we had both good seed and good conditions, but it is not always the case. For example, it is said that we are born with a certain IQ. I remember the time in my elementary school when we all took an IQ test. One of the classmates received a very high number. We admired her, thinking she was a genius. However, she was not the strongest student, thinking that her IQ alone would be enough to get by without making sufficient effort of her own. Some other students had lower IQ scores. However, they were able to earn good grades through hard work and pursued higher education, like Wong Gong. When I had an MRI, I was told that I had a herniated disc. I asked why. The doctor said that it is a part of my genetic disposition. I think that makes sense, knowing my brothers and sisters have the very same trouble. Since then, I realized that I cannot change this genetic predisposition, but I can choose to strengthen the muscles around the disc. In this way, I may be able to change the outcome through changing the surrounding conditions. Some people may be born with a depression due to their genetic history. We may receive some physical and mental traits beyond our control. However, through nurturing conditions such as meditation, Dharma study, gratitude journaling, exercise, and cultivating deep insight, the outcome of one's genetic depression can unfold very differently. Who knows? The person may end up living a healthier life than someone who does not have a depression. There are things we are born with and cannot change, but by nourishing our environmental conditions, our life's destiny can be different. As we study more deeply about this concept of a cause and condition, Yi-Nyon, karmic affinity, it is fascinating how our lives and the world can move in different directions according to our choices. From our mindful choices and how we cultivate our Yi-Nyon, we can change our life and we can change our fate. We can always generate wholesome thoughts and attract fellow beings who share that wholesome vibration. And together we can help create positive outcomes in our lives. So may we have many blossoms of clematis in our mind garden.